Okay, so hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I have just made my complete notes on evolution. We are going to look into the one shot of evolution topics. So first of all, let me tell you about what is evolution. Like evolution होती क्या है? This is basically simple. And organisms we know many of the organisms are evolved through the gradual process. Gradual process means the continuous process. Let me write here the continuous process. Everyone, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to look into the one shot of evolution chapter. Since this is the not main, but we can say here some questions can be come from this chapter in Mdcat. So yeah, we will gonna look into this chapter. So first of all, what is evolution? What does the word evolution simply means? It means the organisms which are involved through we can say through gradual process. Gradual process is what? It is basically continuous or we can say slow process. Slow process. So the organisms which are involved in the gradual process. This means from simple, we can say product to complex. This is complete about evolution. Now this evolution was given by multiple scientists. Some did the experiment and some basically we can say uh, give more about contribute on the different theories. Yeah. So first we do have Aristotle. Aristotle was the scientist who told us that species remain unchanged. He was the first scientist and he said species remain unchanged. Since we know that if the evolution is process, then species will convert from one form to another, like the different gradual changes will occur. But here they had said that species will remain unchanged. Then we do have another scientist was named as Carlos Linnaeus. He basically defined about not vocal for the idea of evolution. He simply gave us the idea of evolution that there is one theory of idea of evolution, but he did not properly explain it. So that's why we call it not vocal for the idea of evolution. Correct? Then here we can say this Carlos Linnaeus also told about binomial nomenclature system. Okay, fine. After that, we do have James Hilton. James Hilton basically gave about the Earth geological changes. And Earth, there are geological changes which occur. So that was done told by James Hilton. Well, now the most important theory according to the MCQs here, which is Lamarckism. Lamarckism basically told about two characters. One was inheritance of acquired characters. This means there are some animals or some organisms which acquired the characters throughout their journey, throughout their life. Okay, so those are inheritance of acquired characters. When they acquired that, then it become in their offspring and in their inheritance. So we're gonna look into the example too. After that was one point. Another point was told that is second. This is use and disuse organs. He basically told most of we can say organism use their organs to uh, to acquire characters, and most of organism do not use. That is known as disuse. Yeah, and he wrote the book which was known as philosophy zoology. Fine. After that, yeah, this is the example of giraffe and zebra. Here we can take the example of giraffe, not zebra but snake. Sorry. So yeah, so giraffe has a very good story. Like we know that in giraffe is a long neck, but this neck is just because of inheritance of acquired characters. Like, giraffe was there in this land. There was the grass, and he used to take nutrients from the ground because there was the grass. Yeah. After that, after some time, that The complete land do not contain any nutrients for the giraffe, so that's why giraffe have to climb, not climb, but we can say, mm, yeah, he used to take the nutrients from the trees. So while taking the nutrients, he used to do a sketch and neck. So that's why it contained the long neck, long neck. Okay. So that was now in his offspring. So now the remaining giraffe which introduced in the world, so they have long neck. And what was the drawbacks of Lamarckism? His drawbacks were he did not tell about experimental support. He just told everything in the theoretical form but not in the experimental form. Then he did not told any about genetics, not on the basis of genetics. So yeah, then we was having the Charles Darwin. He is also important somehow. So yeah, he wrote the book. His book name title was The Origin of the Species. That's all. We can say many people believe that Charles Darwin is also known as the origin of the species, but this was his book name, which was from common ancestor to the we can say complex. Yeah, he basically contribute on evolution. Since we know the evolution or we can say he gave the theory of evolution, we can say, but it was basically given by what was the name, I forgot. Yeah, Charles Linnaeus. Then you know what, Darwin has a very long story. Like he went to the trip and he collected 14 types of finches on the Galapagos. It was the Iceland. He went to the Iceland, so there he collected 14 types of finches. This question can be asked. So yeah, and he gave the theory of natural selection. Then Thomas Malthus, he basically told about population growth, how the growth is being increased and decreased, and he was influenced by Darwin. He suggested that the population grow faster than the food supply. He told us that population, we can say in this country or the world, population is growing faster, but rather than the food supply, we don't have much food supply, but population is growing faster. After that, we do have Pascal Valence. He basically gave the idea of natural selection independently, but complete the theory was given by Charles Darwin. Yep. Then we do have Sarah's father. He told about theory of special creation. This question can be asked. He told about theory of special creation. Last but not least, that is George Buffon. He was basically the geological time on the basis of scale, on the measurement of scale. He told that living beings evolve constantly. Evolution occurs, matlab changes occur in living beings continuously. So these were the some of the scientists' contribution. Now let's see the main points according to the MCQs. Yeah, we know that we do have pouched mammals. Pouched mammals are known as marsupials. Those are known as marsupials. Then we do have Archaeopteryx. Archaeopteryx is basically the one type of strum. We can say it is basically in which we do have mixed of birds and reptile characteristics. Mixed of birds and reptile character. This question is being asked. Remember, was like Archaeopteryx is mix of dish, so it is birds and reptiles characteristics. Now we do have another term which is same in structure but different in function. Like we know the arm of a human or we can the flicker of dolphin. Those are same in structure but they have different function. So those are known as homologous organs. Homologous organs which are same in function or sorry same in structure but different in function. After that, two or more species have been common ancestors. Like we don't say, but they are different in function. We know, okay, as I told here, example of an arm of man and flickers of dolphin, they do have same evolution. Matlab they are evolved from the common ancestor, which are known as same ancestors, but their function is different. So those terms are known as divergent. Divergent in which two or more species are evolved from same ancestors, however their function is different. Then we do have similar function but different in structure. Since we know the function of wings of bats, wings of insects, and wings of, we can say, birds, those have same function. Those have the function of flying, but they have different structures. So that term is known as analogous organs. Analogous organs. Then, if we talk about different ancestry, those organisms who have different ancestors, like we have taken the example of wings of insects, bats, and birds, they all have different ancestors. They are not from the common ancestor, but they have same in function. So that is known as convergent evolution. Convergent evolution. So this is between divergent evolution and convergent evolution, and homologous organ and analogous organ. I hope these terms are clear to you guys. Now we know life is originated from what? Life is originated from hot water, or we can say, here it is written, it is from hot water. And in the springs, or we can say hydrothermal vents, where we do have high temperature. Hydrothermal vents are also known as where hot spring water, hot water, and hydrothermal vent temperature is high. We know that early, for the survival, who were the early organism who survive in this condition? Those were archaeobacteria. Fine. Another question can be asked: prokaryotes arise from what? It arises from 1.5 billion years ago. Then we know that uh, uh, eukaryotes are also derived or evolved from prokaryotes. So there were the two theories. One was endosymbiotic theory, and another was membrane invagination theory. Endosymbiotic theory was given by Len Margulis. Remember this point. After that, endosymbiotic theory told us about that in plants we have chloroplast and mitochondria, but now they are in, we can say, eukaryotes also. So it was all about symbiotic theory, and there was a membrane invagination theory also given when the prokaryotes convert or evolved into eukaryotes. According to this theory, we know there's a natural selection, that all organisms are descendant of ancestral species. नेचुरल सिलेक्शन की थ्योरी हमें क्या बताती है कि जितने सारे ऑर्गेनिज्म, जितने भी जानदार हैं, वो डिसेंड मतलब अराइव हुए हुए, मतलब वो इवॉल्व हुए हुए किसी एंसेस्ट्रल स्पीशीज, अपने कॉमन पुरानी स्पीशीज से. फाइन. नाउ नेचुरल सिलेक्शन है 4 स्टेजेस. वन इज ओवर प्रोडक्शन होती है, सेकंड इज जेनेटिक वेरिएशंस होती हैं, थर्ड इनहेरिटेंस, एंड फोर्थ इज सर्वाइवल ऑफ द फिटेड. दिस नेचुरल सिलेक्शन वाज गिवन बाय व्हाट? एरिस्टोटल डार्विन. Survival of fittest is basically, as we told about evolution, so it is a slow and continuous process. This is all about survival of the fittest. After that, we do have another theory, which is Harry Weinberg theory. He basically told us gene frequencies of different alleles. He did the mating of the random alleles on the large population, and there was a known destructive in circumference. This question is also asked. Now, bottleneck effect was basically there was a decrease in the size of the population, and we know that life began on Earth about 3.5 billion years ago. As we know, as I told you, prokaryotes are evolved from eukaryotes are evolved from prokaryotes. Two theories: membrane invagination theory and endosymbiotic theory, given by Len Margulis. And now, as we told you that there was, and this is another theory which is neo-Darwinism. Here in this theory, they researched about the theory of natural selection, and in the modern theory, they gave about genetics. So the complete process here in their genetics is present. So this is known as neo-Darwinism. So this was all about evolution, from where we can find the MCQs. Now we will gonna do the MCQs in this video. So yeah.